Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom to my Akim, Wagwathium, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawa coming at you with another lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to be going into this topic, alright? Going into this topic of just how evil it is in the West, or more specifically, how women have gotten a lot more evil in the West. And oh shit, I just remembered something slocky. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, it's gotten pretty wicked. Oh wow, perfect. There is some examples that I can pull from in these video suggestions. Okay, so yeah, I actually saw this video, not this video specifically, but I saw this woman, all right, before, I think, Slakia. I'll explain it in a bit, but basically, so with these first two videos I found, where I saw the link or it's going to be in the description, so you can watch them yourself. Definitely go watch them, be edified. But so basically with this, there's the whole issue of this 4B movement that started in Korea, and now because Donald Trump won the presidency, they're going to do it in America. All right, and the thing is, there was a lot of conservative women that were saying you should have been doing this 4B movement before, because this is what we were telling you. This was what a lot of people were telling you, to be sexually exclusive to one man. Don't go sleeping around. And there was a bunch of women that were saying that they're going to be celibate. They're not going to go doing anything, any like type of sexual stuff with men at all. All right, and as again, like, this is what a lot of people were basically saying. Okay, so Romans chapter 1 verse 26, for this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections, for even though their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burnt in their lust one towards another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. And this is more than just men wanting to go with other men because they're fed up with women, because even a lot of brothers, as I've heard, all right, even a lot of brothers, as I've heard, as well as I guess me, some of us are just either choosing not to get with a woman at all, or we just are very, or they're just, I'll just say they're just very, very selective. All right, so if the Lord, that, and that's the thing, it's not even about choosing, but it's more so about, if the Lord does bring you a woman or a man, if you're a woman, whatever, in your life, it has to be the Lord that guides you into something. All right, like, the thing is that we can't really say definitively, oh yeah, I'm just gonna not go get a woman or whatever, or stuff like that. And that was the thing. A brother had done a lesson on this before. Actually, let me see if I can find it in here, because a brother had done a lesson before where he was like, oh yeah, it was it was in his here, it was this brother's thing. I might get that video as well. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, primarily, what was it? It was where is it? Here it is. It was in this video.
Elder's a great millstone.
Slacky, I always watching this brother's videos. Like, I don't know, the Spirit has me watch a lot of his videos. So yeah, definitely go subscribe. Anyway, the main thing is that's crazy. Anyway, the main thing is that in this video he was basically saying that, you know, well, actually, better yet, let me actually get the precepts that he was referring to first, so I can read. It's Slakia. It's a lot to put in. All right, so let me try. But it was. Okay, I have to Google it. Slakia, bear with me. Okay, so 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 9. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. Okay, well, so no, let's go back some more. Verse 6, but I speak this by permission and not of commandment, for I would that all men were even as myself, but every man that hath his proper gift of Yahweh, one after this manner, and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them that they abide even as I, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. And you know, the thing is, some brothers and or sisters, all right, might find it hard to, you know, be alone. So yes, that is when it is okay to marry, but at the same time, primarily for the brothers out there, well, I guess if you're a sister, then this is something to kind of take note of, especially if you have a hard time. If you're having a hard time, if you are burning, then that's when you need to actually, you know, take note of this so that you can better help your man should you be in a relationship, or which I hope you're not in a relationship if you're watching this video, slash if you're waiting for the Lord to bless you with a man, you need to be able to, you know, not take up too much of his time. In terms of like stopping him from doing from fulfilling his obligations towards the Lord. All right, because that's the thing that men of the Lord need to do. They need to fulfill their obligations in terms of focusing on this truth, studying, preaching, and all that stuff. All right, so yes, it is going to be a hard thing, and certain brothers might be burning, but at the same time, like, you know, having a woman is oftentimes time consuming. All right, time consuming in terms of, like, you know, if instead of, you know, going out to hang with their friends, their fat pals or whatever, they are spending time with their women and whatnot. So, you know, that so-called free time or whatever, you don't want that free time to all be taken up just for you or for stuff that is not conducive to fulfilling their relationship with YAHAWASHI, which again, like, we need to serve our heads. All right, so as a result of that, yes, like, I'm not saying, you know, you should just stay in the corner, all right, but I'm just saying, like, you know, be the help me, which is, let me get that help. Is that supposed to be? No, as not. Oh wow, call on MANASHEH. Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, and the Lord Yahweh said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. All right, so helpmeet, the helpmeet is the woman. The woman's supposed to be, you know, the supporter, the helper, whatever, in whatever way. Okay, and you know, in that socket, for that, okay, that's where you got this whole issue of, you know, doing these things. And the problem is that oftentimes more let's say statistically, it is a lot better for a man to just be alone by himself rather than, getting with a woman. All right. And and the reason why, as I say statistically, is because being in Western society, Western society, you have these women that have these unrealistic standards, especially in these hard to live in times, economically challenged times that make living in here hell. All right, for everyone. All right, not just are there more? Not just for men, but for everyone. All right, so as a result of that, this is why it is very hard. All right, so yes, you're supposed to try to just be, doing things that reduce his stress, reduce his issues, not add on to them. Which in this society, it's very common to have women, or to see women, being problematic, if not just prideful and rebellious. All right, so let's continue on with these videos. Which one was I at? Oh yeah, here. So yeah, this is that 4B movement, which it is kind of a good thing that women are abstaining, but at the same time they're not doing it for the right reasons. They're doing it spitefully. Okay, which even then they're gonna, with how whorish that these women act, they're gonna fold not in a bit. I'm pretty sure they already folded, because I haven't heard anything about anyone getting a lack of whatever. All right, which I guess I want to know. I don't know. I'm not trying to partake in that stuff. Plus, you never know just who has STDs, and that's the thing. The Lord literally is funny with that, when he gives so many people STDs. You have these Christian pastors and stuff like that. Even Christian pastors. That was funny. But anyway, moving on. Continuing on. So yeah, basically with this, as the brother had said, this is a great video for this, by the way. He was basically talking about how, maybe the Lord will guide you to a woman, or maybe the Lord will guide you to a brother and whatnot, and it's just up to you to it's up to the discretion of the Lord to say, okay, you know what, this is for you, or this is not for you, or the Lord wants you to stay stay without, okay, until, especially the thing is, if you really look at the times now, which actually, let me get that. Second Ezra chapter 9, he answered me, Second Ezra chapter 9 from the top, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And this is the thing, we see we see the signs that are going on now, and where we see a lot of things that's popping off. All right, so maybe the thing is that maybe we're getting to the point in time where we're getting to the point in time where Isaiah 44:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. And let me see if I have access to it. Please tell me I have access. Fuck. I wanted to get it quickly. Bear with me. What is it called again? Bear with me. But basically, we're getting to that point in time where, people are a lot less, or we're going to get to the point in time where, it's like I can't think. I'm trying to type this down. Okay, so yeah, basically we're getting to the point in time where, it's going to be, we're going to be at a point where, there are going to be not just women of the Lord, All right. Well, yeah. Well, I'll start with the women of the Lord. The women of the Lord are going to finally, be linked up with a proper man of the Lord. All right. Because look at this. Ukraine finally struck back. They attacked Russia. They threw some American-made nukes on them. All right. And these are the signs of where we're at now. Where we're at right now. All right. Signs that the YAHAWASHI is on his way to deliver us, so that we don't have to keep on staying here that much longer. And that's another thing where that's another thing where we are waiting for this stuff, and maybe the Lord made it so that we only have to settle for certain things, like we have to settle for a bad wife or settle for a bad husband or whatever. And the thing is that the Lord's waiting to give us, the proper things in the kingdom of heaven, or better yet, during Jacob's trouble. Okay, because remember, Jacob's trouble is primarily, let me get this, Isaiah 65, verse 13, one of my favorite verses. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. All right, because Jacob's trouble is primarily for the 2/3. All right, as well as these other heathens. It's just basically Jacob's trouble is not primarily geared towards us. Should we be righteous? Should we be seeking to better ourselves and do better? All right, it's not. It's going to be. We're going to be taken care of. The Lord. Heck, maybe let's say. Maybe let's say the way that you're living. By the way, maybe the way that you're living right now is you're poor. You're extremely poor. You don't have much money. Okay, you're living in a very small apartment. You're living with family or whatever. Or you're living with multiple other people. Okay, you're in a very cramped, small living situation, or you don't have any, and you barely get food. You barely have any food or whatever. All right, and that's the thing. And I'm not even speaking about just you or us or anyone in general. I'm speaking about just how people have had to live in general. There's so many people that are living like multiple people in one household just to be able to afford their living expenses. All right, like it has gotten that bad right now financially. The economy has gotten that bad where there's so many people living in one house just to get by. They can't have kids. They can't make families. All right, or start their own families and whatnot. Like this is the reality of current society. All right, so as a result of that, yeah, like this is very terrible. And the thing is, the Lord could easily flip it so that during Jacob's trouble or the up and coming future, things are flipped where we're going to be thriving. We're going to have a surplus. We're going to have access. All right, and these wicked people, the wicked 2/3 of wicked heathens, they're going to be the ones that are going to be poor and looking for, oh my God, where am I going to get my next meal and stuff like that. All right, so yeah, basically all that stuff, like you also have to have faith that the Lord's going to take care of you and the Lord's going to provide for you. All right, not to get too personal, but yeah, like this is the thing that I had to really think about myself, and not think about. I had to register. Yeah, that's a key. That's a better word. Register myself, because like I'm thinking over here, like damn, like life is so hard. Economy is so garbage. It's like this, that, and the third. Like, when am I gonna get money for this? What, that, and the third, whatever. Like shit always happens where my freaking whatever. Just I have to pay for a bunch of stuff. All right, but the thing is, like, I have to actually think like, oh shit, like the Lord, I have the Lord, like the Lord YAHAWASHI is, my rock, my savior, my provider, my power. All right, so all these stuff that I'm struggling with now, all right, the Lord's going to make them into nothing very soon. And also when we see, Joe Biden started a war with Putin, or Joe Biden helping Ukraine, Russia threatens America if they help Ukraine, all this stuff, all right? And when all this stuff happens, we rejoice. We're happy to hear that. We're happy to see that, because we know that the end is coming. All right, roughly paraphrasing from Matthew chapter 24, verse 6 to 8. All right. So let me continue on, because I want to get all this done. So yeah, like maybe the Lord is going to give you a wife before all that stuff pops off, or maybe the Lord's going to give you during it, or maybe, Isaiah 4:1, maybe, whatever. Okay. Maybe anything. I don't know. It's case by case basis. All right. And the thing is, you have to understand that sometimes, different brothers and sisters' needs are varies based on, the Lord doesn't want you to get, sidetracked and off the straight and narrow path because, you're focused on a woman, or you're focused on a man, or whatever like that. All right. So yeah, let's continue on. So yeah, there was this other thing. This Eve, I think she's an Eve maybe, or just a woman, I'll just say woman, is complaining about how Christians are cowards, and saying all this stuff about Christians aren't going out on the highways and hedges because, I'll let the video play. Well, no, I'm going to be quick. Christians aren't going on the highways and hedges, and Christians are cowards. When she's also saying that, we want to be better, we want to do better. But again, like the first thing that I thought about was, you want to do better, you want to follow, and serve the Lord better, but look at you coming out here to basically rebuke and tell all these people that stuff. Okay, like, why can't you, like, there's a lot of different ways to do stuff like this, to really like solve and resolve conflict. And one of the key things is, Slakia, but basically she did not need to do this. Okay, basically she did not need to do this. She could have gotten literally any other church goer that's a freaking man to do it, because the Lord did say not for a woman not to teach. All right, but she's out here putting herself out there, as like a figurehead, face piece, whatever. All right, like, this is not what the Lord said to do for her to do. All right, but yet this is what you got. And yeah, this is just more stuff. Just these women that are so audacious. Definitely check this video out. And then more so on this is a woman that's kind of like, teaching and stuff like that. Like, I don't. It's very ironic. And the funny thing is, I guess again, I don't know if these women are Jake or not, because they could be Jake, they could be not, whatever. But the thing is, like, stuff like this, the reasons why they get so many views and stuff like that is because they are women. All right, so either they are mildly attracted to some people, to some men, or they are fully attractive or whatever. Because I saw there was a bunch, and that's the thing about me, Slakia. Side note: whenever I'm watching a brother's lesson, YouTube always suggests me some sort of Christian thing, be it some women talking about the Bible. I got a lot of those recently. Some pastors talking about the Bible. They always move me to someone else. But if I'm watching another YouTube channel that's not a brother's truth channel, or another, if it's not an Israelite channel, then I keep on getting the same channel, the same they keep me on the same channel on when I put autoplay on. But for me, when I'm watching other brothers' videos, it's autoplays to another channel entirely to try to get me out of that. But yeah, so this is another thing. Like, this is like a bit I wouldn't necessarily say temptation, but I guess yes, technically it is temptation. But these women are, using they're doing, attempting to do the work, but the thing is, like, they're not supposed to be putting themselves out there. So if they were actually sincerely followers of Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, or the God of the Bible that they claim to follow, then they wouldn't be doing this, because really, in actuality, well, more specifically for the women that are in this truth, the Hebrew Israelites, okay, they are actively putting a target on their back to be, victims. All right. And then for women like these, technically, yes, still, I guess, victims. Like, you don't want to, in general, it's very dangerous for a woman to put their address out, to not just put their address out there, but put their likelihood out there. And when I say likelihood, I mean just their face, their appearance, or whatever, because of how terrible and scary, so many people use technology for today. All right. So yeah, it's like you have this one story, which I did a lesson on it before, where this one girl, she's on TikTok, and some dudes were falsifying images of her to make it look like she was naked. She had put nudes out on the internet, when she in that picture she was supposed to be fully clothed. All right, so there's that. Okay, you have these deep fake videos, deep fake pictures, and stuff like that. All right, and then on top of that, you have there's also stalkers. People that will, if they see you out in public, then they will stalk you and check to see, oh, are you at home? Do you have a man at home? Do you have someone to protect you, or something like that? And then if you don't, then you're just easy pickings for people like that. Like, this is why like, you can't be doing stuff like this. You can't be putting your face out like that. All right. I don't have a daughter, but I don't have a daughter right now. Okay. In the kingdom, of course, I would love to have a daughter, but like, this type of stuff is actually scary. All right, like, you literally cannot be doing this, and things have only gotten worse. Especially if you are a woman that treats men like trash, then you're literally making things even worse for you, because if something happens to you, then no one's gonna be pity. No man is gonna pity you. Maybe there's gonna be the simps that are gonna pity you, but like, you're not gonna have any real protection. All right, this is why you really have to look out for the stuff that you do. So, like, real stuff, like you women out there that are diligent followers of the Lord, just delete all your videos and stop posting yourself online, just in general. All right, you do not want this type of attention. Trust me. All right, doesn't matter if you're talking about the Bible or anything else. All right, just stop. Like, trust me, it is very sound advice. Anyway, continuing on. Sirach 25 verse 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And this is just the thing, like, you don't want to give a woman, it's like give a woman too much access to freedom. Let me see. I think this is it. It might not have been said woman, Slakia. So okay, Slakia. Sirach chapter 26 verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. All right. So this is the thing. Like with women, if you give them too much freedoms, they're going to destroy themselves. Okay. It says lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty, but it's also just destroy. All right. Which is what Esau did to destroy not just his women, but our women and other women in every nation's women. All right, that's where I think that's where the 4B movement comes from as well. This whole feminist energy, this feminist mindset, where they think, okay, well, they have what's the word? Not ownership. What's the thing called? Power. I don't know. Whatever. Power, ownership of their own bodies, when in reality that's not how the Lord made it. All right, let me see if I can find that. And I ask for no context. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. So let's look at the word incontinency right quick. Incontinency, what the hell? There. Having or showing a lack of self-restraint or control. So basically, if you're, let's say you're married, all right, and the husband is saying, I want to have sex with his wife, okay, if she is constantly saying no, and it's like, let's say a month passes or whatever, then he's gonna go and find someone else, to commit adultery, or vice versa. Why if a woman is asking her husband, let's have sex, let's stand and throw, whatever, and let's say the husband is constantly saying no, then once again, like it's the same thing. The wife's gonna go and find it somewhere else, and this is what this is what the Lord, Slakia, ordained for a wife and a husband and wife, for the purpose of a husband and wife in the first place, so that no one is doing this this stuff to begin with. All right. So yeah, that's basically it. This is a big thing, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But Yahawadah, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Quadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad Babal, and Shalom.